In this video, I'm going to be showing you how to get the Infinity Blade in Fortnite the fastest. What is going on, guys? Welcome back to a brand new video. In today's video, I'm going to be teaching you how to get the Infinity Blade in Fortnite before anyone else. So the Infinity Blade has been out for a couple of days now, and that thing is just so powerful. It does a lot of damage, and it's really easy to get players while you're using that. When you pull it out from the ground, you instantly get 200 health points and 200 shield. And then while you're holding the sword, if you take damage, it charges up. So you can always be at max health, max shield, 200 health, 200 shield, and it's just absolutely insane. So I'm going to be teaching you how to get it faster and how to get it first before everyone else, because it's quite tricky to get it, but I pretty much get it every time I go there now. So I'm going to show you my tips on how I always get the Infinity Blade. So if you enjoyed this video, guys, hit that like button. I really would appreciate it. It takes 1 second and it really does help my channel out, and I really do appreciate it, guys. Drop a comment down below. Let me know what you think about Season 7 so far, what you think about the Infinity Blade. And if you're new to the channel, subscribe and turn that notification bell on so you never miss an upload. And with that out of the way, let's get right into the video. So I'm going to show you some clips of me getting the Infinity Blade. So before anything, you always want to jump instantly if the bus is coming up from Lucky Landing or if it's coming right from Snobby Shores, because that's really close to Polar Peak and you'll be able to get down there a lot faster. You need to always make sure you jump at the right time and you get really low down, enough to just glide over to Polar Peak and land where you want to land. You don't want to take too much time and then be gliding in the air above everybody else. You want to get down there as fast as possible, but you don't want to jump too fast and then not make it to where you actually want to go. So a big problem that you don't want to do is if you want to get the Infinity Blade first, which a lot of players do, you'll see it all the time. But the number one thing you don't want to do if you want to get the Infinity Blade first is you don't want to fly to Polar Peak and try and pick it up instantly, because there's going to be a lot of other players trying to do that. They're all going to stop you. They're all going to pickaxe you. And then you're going to get players that have got weapons from around the buildings near Polar Peak, and they're going to be shooting at you as well. So then everyone that lands there in the middle at the sword is basically going to be free kills, because you're not going to have any weapons. The players that have landed at the buildings next to it are going to have weapons, and you're just going to get pickaxe, and no one is going to let you get it. When the bus is close to Polar Peak, there's so many players that come here, and even when it's not close, it doesn't matter where the plane could be, even if it's really far away, players still come here. Quite a lot of players still come here, and it's very rare that you'll be able to land at that sword on your own and pick it up. I mean, if it's empty and you can see that nobody else is around the sword, then go and pick it up, but I have never seen that, and I definitely wouldn't recommend landing at the sword. So I've tried landing at the highest building at Polar Peak, the tallest one, and it's just pretty complicated to get around. What I do to always get the Infinity Blade first is I don't land at the Infinity Blade and pick it up. I always land pretty much at the same house. I glide over to this house that I'm at here. There's weapons at the bottom of this house, so if you glide really low and you manage to just fly into the bottom of the house before anyone else, if you've timed you jump perfectly, you'll be able to pick up that weapon. You'll be able to take out players here. And there's sometimes a chest in here upstairs for you to pick up. There's also a chest right below this where I'm stood, and I just break through and grab the chest, get a weapon, then take all the players out. Then my second thing what I like to do is I like to get on top of this building or go to the window and watch the Infinity Blade, wait for people to pick it up, then take them out, because if you go to pick that up and this player's still here, you will get shot at. Because a lot of players do come here, so you don't want to just land and try and pick up the blade straight away, or grab a weapon, kill some players, and then pick it up. You want to make sure that the place is completely wiped out. No other players are here, so you want to be in a good position. I think this building is the best position in this area. The two little castle buildings here, I find that the least amount of players go here, so these are good as well if you want to get some loot. But then it is quite far away from the Infinity Sword, and the other building is closer, so I do prefer to land at that one. So I always make sure that I take everyone out before I pick up the sword. I never land and pick up the sword straight away, because you just will get shot at by people or just pickaxed. You always want to land, grab a weapon, and take out as many players as you can. If someone else picks up the sword and you don't have it, you want to make sure you don't go one-on-one with them while there's other players still around, because if you do, you'll be taking damage from them and getting shot at by other players. It's best just to watch them fight another player, wait for them to fight another player, and then once they are, the other player will be shooting at them, and then that's your chance to get the player's health down who's using the sword by shooting at them, and then you can finish off the other guy who they were fighting. Then you can pick up the sword. You don't want to be the player that's getting hit by the sword and shot by other players. So I always make sure I take out everybody before I pick up that sword, because if there's another player here, they're most likely going to want the sword as well. So you can just wait them out, and then once they go to pick it up, you can take some shots at them because they're picking up the sword and you can't do anything about it. Do some damage, then you can go and pick up the sword yourself. So yeah, the biggest mistake, guys, is going to pick up that sword straight away. You don't want to land on it and try and pick it up. You might get lucky and be able to get it, but I find that it's best taking all the players out first and watching the sword at the same time. make sure no one's picking it up. And if someone does pick it up, if there's other players around still, let them fight and then deal damage on both of those players from a distance. Then you can pick up the sword yourself once they've dropped it. So yeah, I don't really know any other tips to give you, but every time I land here, I always manage to get the sword. I never land on it. I always land, make sure I grab a weapon first. Always make sure I get a good landing at this building. This is the one that I always go to. You want to memorize where the chests and the weapons are, because that'll help you out a lot. Because when there's not weapons on show, you know where to land and where to break the building to get the weapon before anybody else. Every player that lands here is going to want that sword. So if there's other players here, don't rush and try and pick up that sword straight away. Wait for them to pick it up and take them out. Then pick it up once you've got the chance and nobody's there. So that's how I get it, guys. That's my best way to get the sword. I'd always land at this building. If I have to, I do land at the two little castle buildings, but I never ever land at the top highest building that's at Polar Peak. Take out the players first. That's the main priority. And keep an eye on the sword. It's going to be really hard to pick it up if there's a lot of players still here. A lot of people are going to be watching it and go into it. So make sure you take them out before you get the sword. And yeah, that's it, guys. Let me know what you think about the Infinity Sword. I am going to upload some bugs and fails that I've had with the sword tomorrow, because I've had some unbelievable bugs with this sword that's ruined a high kill game. So yeah, I will be uploading that tomorrow. If you have a better way that helps you get the sword, comment down below, let other people know. And yeah, this is my favorite way to get the sword. Just look at the clips from me getting it and try and follow what I do, and it will help you out. And with that being said, guys, I hope you enjoyed the video. Try this out. I hope you get the sword more. It is pretty tricky to get. And yeah, that's it, guys. Thanks for watching. I'll see you in the next video. Peace.